Hello guys, this is Th3Ruthless and welcome to another Tarisland video. In today's video we're gonna talk about the healer bard because it's my main class, and I will give you every detail possible that you may need to become the best bard healer in the game. As some of you may already know, I have done bard guide for heal and DPS. This is gonna be for healing only because that's my main, the healing role. I will be explaining everything, so if you can, do not skip parts like go to watch the talents or go watch the gravestones, because you will not understand why I have done this and what is the purpose of doing this, okay? So we are going to start with our basic attributes. The most important in this game right now is to go for crit and cooldown. This is not from my head, this is because if you go to your talents, you will see that you get extra healing from crit and you will get something very important from cooldown. So, what is the most important on cooldown? If you see here, it says casting Worm Current has a chance equal to the cooldown percentage times 40% to return 1 stack of recharge. This means that every time I heal with my Worm Current, there is a chance I get a free cooldown, okay, a free charge. That's what it actually means. Like now, for example, okay? The secret of why we need this hides behind this talent, which is called Gentle Flow. Worm Current deals 30% more healing, okay? And each tick of the healing reduces the cooldown of Song of Life by 1.2 seconds. Why this is amazing and why this is important? I believe most of you during a raid fight might use Song of Life maybe 2 or 3 times maximum. With this build, I use 6 Song of Heals per fight. Seriously. If you do what I tell you correctly, you will be able to do this as well, and there is no way you will go below 5000 HPS in every fight. In case you don't believe me, I have a clip here from Twitch that I was streaming the other day, and look what happens, okay? You will see that I'm ready before a pack before the boss, yeah? Just a pack before the boss. I will press Song of Life, and look at the cooldown and how fast it's going down. And I will explain how I achieve this and what you have to do in order to achieve it as well. The pack is almost not even over, and we are almost on 30 seconds, yeah? That means that when we go in the boss fight, we'll have again Song of Life. So, we go back with 0 seconds, again a Song of Life. And it was not even 5 minutes. So, in order to achieve that, what you have to do is to split your Worm Current cooldown. What do I mean by that? If you are in a raid frame or in a party frame, you will see 5 or 10 people, okay? So you have to split 3 different or 2 different Worm Currents, depend on how much Worm Current you will get back. For example, if I use it now, I got 1. If I use it again, I got 1 free, so I can use 3 of them. So you have to split the Worm Currents in 3 different people. If you do that, the cooldown of the Song of Life, it decreases by 3 times. What do I mean by that? It's simple math, okay? Every Song of Life, okay, decreases by 1.2 seconds, okay? 1.2 seconds. And the one Worm Current stays up for 6 seconds. So times 6, every Worm Current reduces Song of Life by 7.2 seconds. Imagine if you have 3 Worm Currents at the same time up, so times 3. So by hitting 3 Worm Currents, you reduce the Song of Life cooldown by 21 seconds, okay? So the more you spam your Worm Current on different persons, the more you decrease the cooldown in Song of Life, and you can use it all the time. Now, why Song of Life is the most important spell in the game for you as a healer is because you have 20% damage reduction to all of your allies, and if you're in a party, it's for 5 people. If it's in a raid, it's for 10 people. So for 10 people, you have 20% damage reduction, and it leaves a hot. It heals the target over time, okay, by 57% of your attack plus 154 per second, which is massive heal when you are healing 10 people at the same time, okay? So I will take you one more time through the video, just so you understand everything that's going on. This is random, okay? So I start with Song of Melody. This is a random group. And I will spam Warm Current whenever I have cooldown on different targets. You see now I have on 3 different targets, okay? And then, okay, of course I use Hope Melody in order to heal up the rest of the raid or of the group. But it is really important to watch how the cooldown is going down because of these Hope of Melodies on the people. It's insane. We finished the pack almost right now, and I will have the cooldown before we enter the boss. This is something that you can go and do constantly behind every pack. You don't even have to sweat anymore on how to heal. So this is really huge, and you will achieve it by getting the cooldown to at least 19%, because 10% is a bit, I don't know how to describe this. It doesn't happen really often. It doesn't proc really often. So it will be easier for you when you reach 19% cooldown, okay? If you want to go to 26, be my guest. It's not very easy to go to 26. It's a bit hard because I have optimized my gear. I have optimized everything. And what I will tell you now, I'm completely free to play. I haven't paid a single cent in this game, okay? So how do we achieve this? Let's go to the inscribed stone. If you can see here on the inscribed stone, I have tried, so all my emblems give buffs to critical and to cooldown. Unfortunately, you can only get in 2 cooldowns, so this is a must to have this buff on your cooldown, okay? The 50% buff. It's really important in order to reach at least 20% that I have right now, okay? Now, what else can you do in order to reach this percentage of cooldown and critical? Let's start by the gear. If you can see, my gear has intelligence cooldown, crit focus, crit cooldown, crit intelligence, crit cooldown. I have tried to make everything that is possible to have cooldown and intelligence to have it. There are some parts missing, but it's normal. It will take some time, okay? So how do you achieve that? After you're running all your arcane realms and all your raids and you have all the equipment you can have, you have to go to workshop, okay? And use tempering. What is tempering? For example, here on my heart, I have crit intelligence, which I like, okay? And I have a special aptitude of Hope Melody's healing, which I don't like. It's a green. I would like to have something better. So what do? We open the shop here. Sorry, not the shop. We open the shop here and we go to dungeon shop. Here, you can see all the gear you can obtain and 100 level gear, okay? I'm not speaking about 90 level gear. You can do it with 90, but it doesn't worth it. Just do it with 100, okay? So what can you do? Let's go here, for example. My gloves have stamina focus, which are not really important to me, okay? So I go here to the random attributes and I place the plus. So what can I see from this information is that whatever I can get from this are the stats: intelligence, stamina, focus, and hit. So I'm thinking, my piece, okay, has stamina and focus. How can I make this better if I get intelligence and focus? So this is not really important for me. Let's go to the next. Intelligence focus. What do I get here? The same stuff. I don't care. And the next is the same. And here, let's go to the chest, okay? Let's say, for example, that my armor didn't have critical down. It had crit stamina, for example. If you go here, you will see that the stats you can get are these. So if I want to get critical down, I will get gear from here. The stats are random. Okay, and if I'm lucky, I will get the critical down. And what do I do after that? Let's say that we got one, okay? Let's go back to empowerment. Here I have another weapon, which is crit stamina. Okay, I put it here, and I press this button if I want to change the stats. Now I don't want to change the stats because I have crit intelligence, but I want this amplitude because it has Hope Melody. So I will change this one, okay? There we go. Okay, I'm in battle. Yes, I'm sorry. So I do it. There we go. I think I had one more item, which I wanted to change. Let me see. It was this one. Yes, intelligence focus instead of stamina focus. So it was the first case scenario, okay? This case scenario with the dungeon here, where we say we have stamina focus and the best item we can get is intelligence focus. So we find the gloves, we go to the bracers, So I want these stats. Yes, please. In the zone's healing, I'm not very interested in the zone healing. I want to keep the warm current direct healing because I play too much with the warm current. So I do not change this one. Okay. So there we go. We temper it and we got what we wanted. This is the only way to change your stats to the optimal way. Okay. And your special aptitude and your stats. So now let's talk about what you're going to do when you're in a raid or when you're in a group. Okay, when you're in a raid, you have two tanks. If both the tanks are getting damaged, you're gonna split. I actually always do that. I'm splitting my warm current. For example, when we start the fight, if there are two bosses, for example, like Gemini, that needs to be tanked, I give the one tank the one warm current, and let's say I am the other target, I give the other tank the warm current. So you have two warm currents running. Okay. This is very important because another thing we should say, I'm sorry, is the 8 set on the Bard. The 8 set gives you an additional rhythm. What's an additional rhythm? Every time you spam warm current, there's a chance you will get another line here. That means that you can spam your Aurora's Harp. So we're talking about a Bard that can spam Song of Life and can spam Aurora's Harp. You already can see the massive amount of AoE healing that you are going to get. You will only use your healing sound when everyone takes damage. Aurora's Harp will be out. If you know that the damage is incoming, okay, you give Song of Life fast. You give Song of Life. If they need more healing, you go for one healing sound. If the tank took damage, you go for in the zone. And your whole raid will be topped up. With what I just told you, you can fill up the whole HP of a full raid. And this is massive. Okay, so during the downtime, what you do is you're having the target of the tank, you spam warm current, and then you go for Hop of Melody all the time. Because you have a talent that heals everyone when you have warm current on the target. Okay? So you heal all the raid a bit, and you see massive damage incoming, then you go spam Song of Life or Healing Sound and in the zone. Aurora's Harp, I would suggest, because now you're taking many rhythms during the fight, you can spam it on cooldown whenever you have 5 stacks, because it stays out for 15 seconds. Okay. So in order to put the things again in an order, when you enter a raid, if one tank is getting damage, find a random target to give them the warm current. It doesn't really matter. So in the beginning, you just simply spam one warm current and then you spam Hop of Melody. Okay, everyone is topped up. Boss does one mechanic. You know the mechanic is coming. Everyone's gonna get damage. Song of Life. Then you split your warm currents. One target, one tank, one target, the other tank, or whatever, a DPS, a healer, it doesn't matter. Okay, so you can start running the cooldown down for your Song of Life to have it on the next AoE. If the first AoE was too much, you go Healing Sound in the zone. You always keep one Healing Sound just in case. Okay, you have 5 stacks. Harp. You will get tremendous amount of healing by doing just this. Okay? So now I will get you just through the talents to see them. This is gonna be my final build. This is the only build I'm using right now. There's so much AoE that I don't even need a 5% more healing in the healing sound. Okay? This is it. You play fully with your Song of Life. It's freaking amazing. And also I will show you my scribe tree, which is this. I'm telling you again, the emblems, okay, you can change this if you want. I like my emblems. I'm playing with Recharge, Robustness, Empowerment, Prayer, and Tribal Ode. Okay? So I haven't bought anything. I'm free to play 100%. This was all by just playing the game normally and farming as everyone does. Okay? So even if you see I'm back in Inscribed Stone Energy because I haven't done some dailies. Also, another tip while we are here, if you want to achieve this, okay, we need cooldown 100%. It's very important to get the cooldown at 19% to get the cap, okay? So if you can see here, we have the emblems. Try to find the emblems. For example, here are many of the emblems I'm using. So it says upper right node attribute. If you have one that says upper left node attribute, you take this and level this up to get the cooldown here, okay? If you find one and level it up and it gives you a right node, then it's fine. We are perfect. We were lucky. So we take it. If you find only with upper left, keep it until you gather enough emblems again to try for another emblem to get also the right. Okay, this is what I have done. I always go for the left. If I'm lucky and I take the right, it's fine. If I didn't find the right one, okay, I wait, I gather emblems, I level a different one, and if it happens, it happened. Okay? The most important is the left one, not the right one. For start, we need the 19% cooldown. So now that you know everything that you need to know about this build, you can always follow me on Discord, ask me whenever you want with a private message, with a message on the server, with a comment on YouTube, whatever you want. I'm always available and I will answer any question, okay? We will go and talk about the PvP and arena mostly, because in PvP you can use this, it doesn't really matter. I wouldn't suggest it because I will give you the best build right now for arenas. I reached Challenger and became 25th on the server with only playing arenas twice. Not more than that. Within this week, I played only twice. Okay. And now I should have dropped because I didn't play arenas at all, but I'm gonna show you now. It doesn't work in here. Let's go out. Okay, here you can see the arenas. Okay, I'm the 46th new server. Okay. So let's get away from the people a bit. And let me show you the PvP spec. Okay. It's gonna be this one. We play with music wall, which is very important. Why? Music wall deals 30% more basic healing and the base damage immunity is increased by 3%. So, what happens is that you can stack this up to 5 times and the target you are healing takes 30% less damage. I will scroll down a bit to show you the build so you can copy it if you want. And then I will explain what you can do. Okay, this is the build. The best trick that worked for me is the following. Walking into the arena, you have to stack your warm current. Okay, it's really important to stack your warm current. Healing anyone, your friends, yourself, it doesn't matter. Okay, one by one, you feel the energy spectrum. But what happens is that if you stay a long time out of battle, this will reset, and then you're fucked. Okay, so what you do, in order to keep your stacks up, you need to initiate fight from afar to get you in combat, and then keep stacking. You see they disappeared. I will show you an example from the arenas I have played. Something very important to do. The good player in arena, you can see it by the following. If you have, let's say, the fight started and you have 5 stacks and you give the music wall to the teammate that they are focusing. If the enemy understands that the guy has got your damage reduction spell and they switch to another target, you are dead. Your friend is dead, actually, not you. But your team is gonna lose. So what can you do about this is when you start the fight, that you and your friends are in the fight, not only you, because you have to go in combat in order to maintain your rhythm, your notes here. So when you go to fight, you instantly use Song of Life. What happens is that they will start focusing one, you will see which ones the HP will start dropping more first, and when you see that, about 70% or 80% of the HP, you use your music wall. I will show you a video of the arena and I will explain it at the point. So here is the video of the arena I was playing. What am I doing is I'm spamming warm current on myself. It doesn't matter where you do it, okay? And you are trying to get in combat. This will not always work because they will try to engage you. You see now, I'm backing up and I'm going forth again in order to get at least 4 stacks. Okay, this is the safe line for me, at least 4 stacks. You will see me going in with 3, but I think 3 to 4 is where you should go. Then I start with Song of Life, and I'm watching the HP of my friends who's getting more damage. So I see now that the Barbarian is taking more damage, so I'm giving him the music wall. And you see, he takes no damage because he has 20% damage reduction from the Song of Life and 25 to 30% reduction from music wall. And what you do after that is on repeat. If he takes a lot of damage, you give him shield wall, music wall, sorry, in 2 or 3 stacks. Okay, and that's repetitive. That's what you do actually in arenas. So in another occasion like this, you will see again that I'm starting the same. You will start 2 seconds before you start spamming one warm current. Then you're running straight to the enemy. This is the fast tactic. Running straight to the enemy. And then you have 3 warm currents when you go into their side. Okay, you put Song of Life, another warm current to get the rhythm. We got 4, and we spam music wall on the guy that is taking the most damage. And this is what happens here as well. You see, he doesn't take any more damage. We spam all your heals after that. It doesn't matter which it is. You spam all your cooldowns because they focus on one target. If they change the target and you haven't killed one of their DPSs, then you're probably gonna lose the arena. Okay. Now from ultimates, I always take the blink away, the free from stuns, and the shield. Now the new meta calls for res in the arena. I don't really like it because if you reach the position to use it, okay, let's go and see it. Now I have the res on me, actually. So I break with piano music, with break free. Okay, because you have to remove the silences and the stuns and everything. And now you can go either for res, because if you see people targeting you mostly, you go for sound barrier. Okay? If they don't, you go for area. Now, what happens with these? As you know, here you can upgrade your talents. In the arena, it doesn't matter if you take them more than level 2. So the ones that you really want to use, you have to take them to level 2. What happens in the level 2? You take the additional effect. Okay, so for the sound barrier, you take a move speed that can stack up to 3 times and the cooldown is reduced. Piano music can remove stun and immobilize effects and grants 10% damage immunity. And the break free, you are immune to all controls within 2.5 seconds after the break free. Now for the passive talents, I go where the direct damage dealt and healing granted to the seller and target are increased by 20% because everyone who wants to slow the DPS that they are hitting, or anyone that they're hitting, they want to slow him down so they can hit him more. So I put this in order to give more healing. Then this is the lethal. It's like a failsafe. This I'm not quite sure if it's working or not. To displace a random debuff every 30 seconds in battle. So I don't know about this. This is being used right now as a testing in order to see it. Instead of this, I would go for slow shield if people are hitting you. Okay. Also, you can use rapid pullback. It's also good to escape rogues and stuff. So this is all the advice I could give you. I hope you guys enjoyed it and understood everything that I said in this video. If you have, again, any inquiries, please let me know in the comments. If you want and you like the video, please like it and subscribe. And I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.